Hey everyone, I just wanted to show off a free-to-play dot team that I use kind of recently. I kind of gave up on dot teams because I don't have Black Swan or Kafka. But I recently returned to Sampo and Gwynafin because, you know, Sampo is... He's pretty good. He's pretty. I'll just leave it at that. He's pretty. I have the prisoner in deep confinement on him. They're not incredible pieces. I find that he does pretty good. This piece is like depression, but obviously you'd want more attack or more effect hit rate break effect, but yeah, that rolled pretty bad, so that's definitely an upgrade that needs to happen. You know, just basic attack obviously on the gloves, effect hit rate on the shirt. Now depending on how much effect hit rate you need or have, you could put attack percent there, because I currently have 83% effect hit rate. I have effect hit rate for now. Not really sure if attack or effect hit rate is better or worse. I think either's fine, depending on how much effect hit rate you have in the end. And speed for the boots, because it feels like everybody needs speed. So keep in mind I played this game very casually, so I don't have all the knowledge on these teams. But when damage boost, I use Frontline Glamoth for Mimic Frontline on him, because I usually run him with Asta, so that can get you the 160 speed for the extra 18% damage boost, and then just an attack piece rope. His traces are not exactly finished, but I do have his talent maxed. He's currently E5. I am not risking my guarantee because I need Adventuring, so he's going to stay at E5 until I eventually get him at E6. So he could be doing even more damage. And I use Welt's Light Cone on him right now. Now for Gwynafin. Gwynafin is not complete at all. As you can see, her attack is pretty low. She's got 43.2% break and 57.6% effect hit rate. Obviously, those are the most important things for dot characters, for applying their dots and doing extra dot damage on the break effect. She's on Good Night Sleep Well right now, but I do feel like Resolution Shines' Process Sweat is pretty good on her, just for an extra defense shred, which works really well, in my opinion, with her talent, which increases damage done, so she could be kind of like a damage buffer, or I guess a debuffer. And as you can see, her traces are not leveled very much, but I am focusing on her talent. I do think that that's the most useful, at least in my circumstance, where I'm trying to get as much damage from Sampo as possible. I use her on currently really not great relics, but I'm quite happy with, honestly, the performance I get from this team, even despite this like mishmash of relics. I will eventually be putting her on a 4-piece prisoner. I do recommend that, since I think a lot of her damage comes from her burn. This is her headpiece. Her gloves are pretty decent. Obviously, I would want attack percent on this over HP or the crit damage, but the crit damage is still damage, so it's something. And I do use her on an effect hit rate. I do think effect hit rate on her is pretty important, as she wants to get her damage buff, or I guess her debuff, on consistently. And especially if you have her E1, it reduces the enemy's effect resistance, which will in turn make it so that Sampo and your other dot characters are applying their dots even more. So I might not even need effect hit rate. See, I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm just showing you what I got. Now, Asta, Dance Dance Dance, obviously, it's a very good light cone on her. I really just focused on her talent. I probably should just like max this out. Her talent is really good for dot characters because dot characters want as much attack as possible. But as you can see, her traces are just like not leveled. But I do feel like I get really good performance out of this team despite that. 4-piece messenger traversing hacker space. Honestly, you can put her on like whatever you want. You can make her tankier. You can try and give her a little bit of damage, but her damage is pretty low no matter what. I have her at E5. Now, if you have her at E6, her attack increase is a lot more consistent from what I've seen and what I've heard. So she becomes a lot more easier to use in a dot team. Now for the support or healer, honestly, you can do whoever you want. I am struggling because I do not have Luocha. I do not have Huchuan. But I do have Japard. Japard's cute, so I use him. And he's pretty decent at keeping my team alive. He's not perfect. I'm probably just bad at the game, honestly. But yeah, it's not a very impressive showcase, but some people wanted to see what I was using. Honestly, Sampo is like the only one that's really like kind of getting close to being completed. I'm pretty happy with like how much damage he gets, but yeah, try it out for yourself if you want, or don't. It's up to you.